We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this.
And what this is Lay's Fiery Habanero Chips. Now, I don't, as a rule, like potato chips very much. I don't, honestly, eat a lot of snack foods. In fact, I know you guys are seeing this on the channel and go, yeah, you don't like snack foods, you keep doing videos of them. But guys, it is for the Fundamentals of Heat, and this is a Fundamentals of Heat exclusive, guys, video. And habanero, guys, for the longest time was it. That was the hottest we had in town. That was it. That was the game. It was this, maybe Scotch bonnet back and forth, which of course are related. And it wasn't really until the emergence of the ghost chili that we started to get away from the habaneros, which never, to my knowledge, never quite got to 1 million SHU. And of course now I think one of the variants of the Carolina Reapers is going to be pushing 2 million, which is nutso. Most of the habaneros, I think, kind of hovered right around 500,000-ish or so. I just kind of hovered in that area. But that was it. That was it. If you wanted to go as hot as possible, that was it. So it fits the motif, guys. That's why I got this. There's obviously a lot of other flavors of Lay's. And usually I'll get their weird flavors. You know, every year they have got goofy flavors, beer cheese and chicken and waffles and stuff like that. I'll get those too, guys, just to try those out. Certain family members are definitely a lot more interested in stuff like that than I am. I just like the experimentation part of it. They like actual snack foods. So guys, feel free to pause the screen here and read this if you care to. This is the ingredient panel, and we can see there's both habanero seasoning and habanero chili peppers themselves. So I do at least have some slight hope for these chips. And let's crack them open and take a look, guys. And of course, this is the Operation Smile thing. We will be doing that with the bag at some point, probably later on in the festivities here. But for now, let's just open this carefully so we don't ruin the graphic. And, okay, so let's just take a couple out. So they don't really look too abnormal. They look honestly kind of like cheese chips. So there you can see them in their chip bag element. And so here's a paper towel to give us a little bit of a white point. You can see there's little flecks on there. I'm assuming that's either seasoning or possibly the peppers themselves. I don't believe the peppers were, you know, these are obviously potato slices, so any actual pepper in there is going to be slight. Let's take a smell here. They smell like regular chips. I actually don't smell a whole lot of any kind of seasoning on these. So, well, let's just try them out. I'm not getting a lot of flavor of any kind out of these. There is a slight flavor, and I'm trying to. It tasted tomatoey to me. I'm just looking here on the ingredient panel, and there is tomato in this. I guess I can keep eating them until I can taste habanero. What it reminds me most of is there was a product floating around in the area for a while called UFO dust, which was basically just powdered habanero. That's really what this reminds me of most. Spice is very moderate in these. Of course, as we know, habanero can be a delayed burn.
So I'm going to keep eating these, I guess, until I get something. What is this, candy? I've eaten half the bag now, not getting any habanero flavoring to speak of. So if you eat, I'll say regular potato chips that has some jalapeno chips mixed in, for instance, right? You can get that very slight sensation, just enough to let you know that somebody's attempting some pepper. That's really what this is. These are not chili head chip. These are meant for non-chili heads. Live on the wild side. Say they're eating something fiery. They're not. Flavor isn't awful. Habanero, as a rule, is not one of my favorite peppers. I have had numerous habanero sauces, of course, in the past, and you guys can look through my blog and read about those if you care to. But habanero, as a rule, is not, to me, a very flavorful pepper. I don't really like the flavor of it particularly. There's almost everything else I like a lot better. And these don't taste like an awful habanero, but they're not. They kind of remind me of. They kind of remind me actually of the Flavor Hots. They're not gross on that level, but it's more like leaning in that direction where there's not a whole ton of flavor, and there's just little sparks of heat. So let's try out this Operation Smile thing, guys, and see if we can get a. I have to go under the mask here a little. Does that work? Does it look like I have a mouth? I can't see in the I can't see in the monitor, guys. We'll just go with this. I'm smiling behind the bag. Anyway. If they put this flavoring system in barbecue, I think they would have a winner. There's just no flavor here. Just flavor is almost completely absent. And you can see it's all that's left of the bag. We've eaten almost the entire bag. So what do you think, guys? Should I just finish it off? You guys want to see me eat a bag of chips on camera? What if we do it in hyperspeed? So there it is. I will say that these seem less greasy and drier than normal. I just finished half a bag. Very, very minimal mouth burn. I would say it's either a 1, possibly even slightly below a 1. Not really getting habanero flavoring out of this. If you guys are familiar with UFO dust, you've already had these chips and can skip them. If you don't know what UFO dust is, like I said, it's basically a habanero powder. So There we go. Not worth getting again.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.